Good morning, everybody. Today is May 28th, 2025, and it is 1:25 a.m. in the morning. I was going to wait to record this video until later today, but now is the best time because of what I'm showing you guys. Okay, so I ordered custom slides for the puddle lights that go on your door for your car. Okay, so the price was $16.99. You received two of them. It is coming from overseas, so you will be waiting about 2 to 3 weeks for them to come. But I will definitely be using this company again, and I will put all of their information in the description box. Okay, so let's just get started. I do want to give you fair warning that if I am able to record in selfie mode and just keep pausing throughout the video, number one, I don't know if the power is on my car. I believe it is. So the light from the puddle light is going to be kind of in your face for a couple seconds, and then so will my hands, because I'm going to show you guys how you actually take these off. I will have to say that I personally would not recommend doing this with them still plugged up to your car, because the longer your power's onto your car, the hotter it gets. Okay, so this is what I did initially, but since I'm recording, then I'm going to try to use my phone as my mirror instead. Okay, so I will probably still be using this, just a regular trash bag. I folded it in half. I'm going to lay my phone on top of that. And then I use my mirror. It is just as big as it looks, so I don't want to turn around and shine it in your face, but yes. And so I laid that on top of the trash bag so that I would be able to see underneath the door. Okay, we've had a lot of dust storms, about 6 or 7 dust storms in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So no matter how many times we swept and vacuumed, still the garage floor was dusty. And I said, I'm not going to lay on trash bags or any blankets or anything like that. I'm going to figure out a way to be able to do this without having to actually lay down to do it. Okay, so I'm going to take the mirror, and I'm actually going to take it all the way, because like I said, if this works correctly, the phone is going to end up being my mirror while I'm recording and talking to you guys. You also need a flathead screwdriver, okay, and it's really easy to pop this off. So let me just put that out of the way, and then I'm going to set up everything right now, and then I will take you guys off of my ring light, and so you guys can see. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but the Jaguar logo is there. Okay, so you might see some reflection of that in the recording. All right, so I know this is kind of awkward, but this was the easiest way for me to show you guys exactly what you're going to see, no matter how you decide to see the bottom of underneath your door to get this light off. Okay, and just really quick so you guys can see the logo light that's currently under the slide that I'm going to be changing. I will be using the same puddle light. This is a Jaguar F-Type First Edition Coupe. Okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, so it is still recording. There's the light. And what you want to do, I might actually have to sit down here, is this side here that I'm pointing to with the screwdriver, you want to get there and you want to pop it off. The other side is actually easier to pull off, but I believe it will not come off unless you do it from this side. And that sounds like I'm breaking it. Okay, let's see. Like I said, my hand's gonna be on your face, lights in your face for a couple of seconds. Sorry about that, you guys. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you guys to my kitchen and show you the other things you're gonna need to get the slide out to change them. Okay, actually I'm moving a little too fast. I forgot to show you guys how you unplug this. So if it's connected like mine, you're not gonna have a lot of leadway. You just take this and pull that off. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot I had to mute my TV. Okay, so this is the light here. And I think that, you know, I'm not sure if this is aftermarket or not, because some of the other ones, this piece here is clear, just like the covering of the light. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. You guys know I like to stand up and see what you guys can see and make sure that my phone is still focused. But first, here's the box it came out of. It does have little padding inside of what looks like velvet, almost looks like a ring box. Probably is. Okay, and then I have my old slide from my passenger side in here. Of course, I had to test to make sure that I could do this before I made a recording. And then my new slide is in here. Okay, so I think first I'm going to show you guys a new slide versus old slide. Okay, so I'm going to have to stand up to make sure that you guys can see it and that it doesn't go all focus crazy, because it will. My phone has a tendency to do that, especially when I don't want it to. Okay, so as you can see, this has a little piece on the top that makes it a little easier to change when need be necessary. This is the old one out of the passenger door. Okay, so there's a difference. That's what makes it so hard to take this out of this light. Okay, so when we're looking, new one, old one. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one back in there and keep the new one out since we have to change it. I have tweezers. I did find that I needed the little screwdriver that comes with the kit that you use to fix your glasses. And I hope that I'm not about to tell you guys to do something that will damage this, because I tried for about 30 minutes to get this out. This can rotate all the way around because it is not made with a little piece that sticks up at the top. Okay, so you can angle it which way you want it. And this one, you're gonna have a limited range because of that piece. Okay, but that's okay. Okay, so the main thing is trying to figure out how to put the slide in so that it's not upside down, you know, trying to figure out if you have to flip it over or not. Okay, so I'm rotating it, and I'm gonna try and show you guys this, that as you can see, since there's no piece at the top of the old one, what did I do to get this out? Okay, so I don't know if you guys could see that, but it literally made it almost impossible. Okay, so first thing I did was I tried to rotate and I tried to match up the tops, thinking that they were made the same and that there would be a little piece to get out, and there wasn't. So then I got this 30 minutes later this morning, earlier, and I was trying to like get this out, and it just, there's a hole on this side. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I really hope I'm not damaging the old slide. What I did was I actually took that and I pushed inside there. Okay, I'm pushing fairly hard here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is difficult to get this out, and I'm looking, trying to make sure this is the same one that I used. This is the one that was in my room. I went to my room and just sat there, watched TV, and literally tried to get this out. It is difficult. It does not want to budge, so you're gonna have to like rotate it and see if you can see the markings at the top. There are grooves. I think it's just to make it easier to rotate it. And if you keep rotating it, you're going to see the back of it is solid. The little piece that sits inside of where the hole is. And so what you start to find is, where do you actually take this to get it out. I tried the tweezers. I tried the flathead screwdriver. This is the part that was frustrating. This is why I said we were going to have to come inside. There's no way I would have been able to do this out there standing. So as you can see, I'm having a super difficult time taking this out. And I thought this one was flat. I'm like, why does it look different? Let me pause and see if I have a flat head of this. This doesn't look like the same one I used earlier. Okay, so I found the other one. And I'm not even sure how they got switched or if they actually did. Let me put this one over here with its top. But this one is flat. So I'm going to try this again. And I'm going to tell you, throw on a show, because you're going to start to think after a while that this slide is not going to come out. And I promise you, it will come out. You saw the old one from the other light. So there we go. That's why. Okay, I have not a clue how they got mixed up, but I knew that it was flat. I'm not sure how I did that, but you do need it to be flat. Okay, it cannot have the I know one's a flathead and one will be called, I think, a Phillips, so I can't remember right now. It's too early in the morning for me to remember, but yes, my point is whatever you use needs to be small and flat. And when you push in that hole, it starts to take it out. So then you start to be able to rotate it to see exactly where you need it rotated to push it out. I'm not going to tell you that this is the best way to get this out, but if you don't want to be sitting here for 2 to 3 hours trying to do this, this is your best bet. And I know, you know, if you don't wear glasses, or if you wear sunglasses, but you find that you don't really have to do any repairs to them, you're probably thinking, Lorraine, I don't even have anything like that. I would have to say maybe stop by Walmart or a place that sells glasses that also repairs them and see if they have a little toolkit. And like I said, check and make sure your little screwdriver is flat. And I think for your glasses, it'd be good to have both. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to pull this out with my tweezers. And if you can't pull it, you might have to rotate it. I tried to line the hole up directly in the back, and be careful, because if you're not careful, you will push your slide back in and you'll start all over from scratch. Once you get it gripped, you want to get a good grip. Make sure it's on the edge. Okay, something just came off. I really hope that wasn't part of the film, because if I want to ever have the Jaguar back, I will have to probably order a whole nother light, which would be good to have some extra ones anyway. But that didn't happen the first time. So I'm really hoping that that wasn't part of the little film piece. But you can see we're about 15 minutes in. And like I said, this is what's going to take you the longest. I just tried to grip it where it almost looked the same as the new one. Okay, so I need to rotate it a little bit more. It's awkward. I'm going to pull again, and then if it doesn't come out, let me see if I can get it. Nope. As short as my nails are right now. I'm really pulling on this. Okay, let me try my little screwdriver again. Oh, I just pushed it more back in. Yeah, the hand that's holding the light, be careful, because you will find that you'll do that. I really wish they were all made the same. Okay, seeing as how I have this part way out, I don't want to have you guys sitting here with me through this frustration. So I might actually pause my video to get this out. But I did want to make sure that I mentioned that I think it was purposely made that way so that you had to put something in that hole and push it to get started. It's not wanting to budge. Let me see. No, my tweezers aren't small enough. I am trying not to break the little mechanism thing. Let's see here. Maybe I gotta rotate it maybe more this way. I'm trying to use the top of the slide. Okay, it's not wanting to rotate. It's not good. Because you do want to be able to have that ability to make that adjustment. All right, one more pull, and then if I can't get this out, I'm gonna pause. I don't think I broke it, but give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to go all Superman, Wonder Woman, Avengers on this thing, and I just pulled really hard, got a good grip, and it came out. So I took a look at it. It looks like I didn't ruin the slide itself. I think I know why those grooves are there now. I could be wrong. Maybe it's already made that way. Let me seal this back. Put this in the box. Put this in a safe place, which means I'm probably going to end up hiding it from myself and not be able to find it later. Okay, so with the light, okay, I got to think almost backwards. So driver's side this way. No, actually, I'm wrong. This way. Right, I'm thinking, okay, when we were looking at it, right, this piece was over here, the shorter side, and the longer side was over here, and it goes like this. Now, the tricky part is trying to figure out the slide part. And I should have taken a picture and looked at it before I started recording this video. I made another video, but I actually didn't do the whole process. I just showed the after. Okay, so I see my little picture. I am a little concerned. I thought her head's supposed to be, let's see. Okay, so if it's this way like this, it can only go one way. That's a good thing when it plugs back up. And if I put it that way, oh, okay, so, oh no, that's gonna be upside down. I hope I didn't put the wrong slide in the wrong light. Okay, so if the door opens this way, what if I flip it over? Same difference. They might have printed the picture wrong. Okay. Well, I don't know if this part makes a difference, but I'm looking, when I open it, it's going to be that way. I think she's going to be backwards and I won't be able to rotate her all the way around. Or, oh, okay. Wait a second. Since I'm talking us through this, actually, I'm sure it goes this way. I'm going to rotate. I just said that to you guys that it can, so hopefully it works both ways. Of course, now it's not wanting to rotate now that the slide's not in there, but if I put this in here, it won't rotate all the way. I have a feeling that if I can get this rotated, that this slide goes the opposite way. I have my screwdriver, but it's still out there outside, the big one. Okay, let me try. There we go. I have a feeling, and I could be wrong. What I'm doing is I'm rotating the opening toward me. I'm attempting to rotate it toward me, or I should say. This one's a little harder. Okay, so since it's gonna go this way and plug in, now my guess is this. And when the door opens, it'll be like this. Okay, let me flip it over and see how it'll look the other way. Oh, okay. I think I got it. So it'll open and swing that way, right? So I'm going to take a guess and say that this goes like this. And actually, what's cool is that once you plug this back in, before you pop it back inside the door, the light will be on so you can actually see it and then change it before you even put it back in. Okay, but I'm going to push it in here to make sure that it'll go in and make sure that it will stick out, because I definitely don't want it to be working like the other one since it didn't have that top piece on the old one. All right, let's go back out there. And before I do that, let me at least cover my little screwdrivers back up. I keep all these together anyway, which now I'm seeing is a good thing. And I think I got the little tops mixed up, or no, I'm trying to screw it on the wrong way. I'm tired. I don't sleep very often, so that's probably why I'm tired. All right, we're gonna pause. We're gonna go back, and now the only thing I have to decide is, let me think for a second. Okay, so I recorded in selfie mode, right? Everything went fine so far as I saw. The video kept going, and so what I'm trying to figure out is, I did unpause for a quick second to show you guys how to unplug it. It can only plug in one way, so far as I know. I don't want to break the little pieces inside. It's a two-prong. I think these are still called prongs inside. I think I might actually go ahead and not have you guys from that angle. I might just keep you guys on the ring light, plug this back up, and then I'll show you in the dark versus in the light, but early morning. Okay, so I will have to pause to take us back out there, but then that's what I'll do, because if not, the light's gonna be in your face again. Okay, so I have a couple of ideas here. I did realize that if I don't record in selfie mode, that I would need my mirror. Okay, so if this doesn't work, sorry about the light in your face again and my hands, but if I will have to do that so I can see. Okay, be careful if you decide to do this, because of course plastic is slippery. Okay, so I'm gonna try and step over this, and I'm gonna see if I can see it and plug it back up. Okay, so I think I plugged it up right. The reason why nothing came on is because the power turned off my car. I left my driver door cracked open. Okay, so don't be alarmed. That's actually good that I did that, even though I didn't plan to do it that way, so that I could tell you guys, just keep in mind that the power probably just went off of your car. Okay, don't panic right away and think, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with the light. I broke it. Okay, so let me see. I believe when I push it back up in, it's still not gonna show the light, which is good because I did want to show you guys in the dark first, and then how bright it is, even though my garage lights are on. Okay, so I'm not gonna say I won't need this mirror. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna keep that there just in case I have to pop it back off. And the next thing we should be seeing is the light. So let me get all this stuff out of our way here. All right, so let me pop this back in here and then turn the lights off and see what we can see. Hopefully I looked at everything correctly. it snaps back in so much easier. And then I am gonna have to close my door all the way. Okay, so my car might start chiming, beeping, and all this other stuff, but just ignore it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Let's see if we're gonna end up having to make some changes. All right, you guys, the moment of truth. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh no. She is upside down. Okay, so that means I have to pop that off, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to rotate it. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. That is so cool. Okay, so to the upper right, it says fashion, and to the upper left, it says Paris. I don't think that you guys are gonna be able to see that. I'm not quite sure if that's ever going to clear up, but I kind of don't care because my main thing is look at how pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so that is my hair goal also, is to get my hair back to being long. It was never this long, but I do want to grow it out to be that long. And I probably won't do the colors because I kind of like my blue I have right now. But this picture was on a tote that I saw on Amazon, and now you guys know I might have to go get the tote, but I thought it was super cute, so I edited the picture and I added the words fashion. Also on her arm, it says London down here where my finger is pointing, but you can't see that. And I believe that got cut off. I think the L, the O, and the N were supposed to show, but that's okay. I am just super happy that I could customize this, and $16.99 is a great price. It was well worth the wait. Now I'm going to show you guys, like I said, what it looks like even with the light on in the garage, but keep in mind it is somewhere around 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so even with the light on, you can still see it. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the passenger side too. And I'm not quite sure I'm going to upload that video because, like I said, it was just showing everything after the fact, and it did not have all the process that you have to go through to change them. And then just to let you guys know before I pause and go around to the other side, the opening of the little part where you put the slide in has to be on the, basically on the outside of the door, if that makes any sense. Okay, so if you're sitting in your car, the opening is going to be on the opposite side of you. Okay, so I learned my lesson there. Now let's go around to the passenger side. Of course, with the lights off first. And I'm not quite sure why that happened. Give me a second. Okay, so I had a battery low warning. Hopefully that doesn't happen again when I get ready to go run errands tomorrow, or later today, I should say, if I have to. Okay, so for some reason it's not working. It was fine while the car was started. Okay, so I had to start my car again, so now the lights are on from the headlights, but look at how pretty this is. So yeah, great company, you guys. I'm through. Okay, I was not expecting to run into all these issues. I might even have to start it up and drive it around the block real quick. All right, you guys, I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your morning. I know I'm going to try to. Stay safe.